Hi guys, I'm headed down the road. Traffic seems not too bad. It is now 4 o'clock. Yeah, you better believe it. I'm headed down the road. Then drive all night. I'd like to thank you guys once again for always tuning in. Hello, shout out to everyone all over the world. Thank you guys so much. Are you ready for Lola storytelling? And which episode do you guys like the most? Please comment down below which episode that is really best performance of Lola. I can't help it to be emotional on all and every episode just about, because that's really what happened. But at that time, guys, I was just such a young woman trying to find myself in life, I guess, try to figure out what I need to do next. So whenever I accomplished the U.S. citizenship here in America, I was helping my brother also back in the Philippines, and he's the brother that my grandma and my grandpa raised as well, and we have a cousin too, though they were so poor. I keep going back to that episode, guys, because really my grandma is the one who really put myself, me, let's put it that way, together as me, as a human. Because when no one else wants me during my helpless time, because I was such a young girl, they rescue me basically, so I always have that in my heart, that I need to make her proud of me, because I not disappoint her. I don't want her to see me, wasting her effort, raising me. Here we go again, guys. I'm about to tear up. I'm about to shed the tears again, but I'm sorry. If you just please bear with me, listen to me. It's not all about sadness, guys. It's about how I really felt. That without my grandparents, I would be totally lost in this world. I won't know how to love. But because they loved me and rescued me and saved me and nurtured me and loved of me, so to me that was their greatest love, that I pass it on to my children. And yeah, it gave me that kind of strength that I have to accomplish something in my life. And since my brother didn't finish school because he had to quit because of my stepmother and my father split up, and then right after my stepbrother graduated, so in college, and he wanted to be a seaman, on the ship and work work abroad, out in the ocean. So that was, back then guys, that was a big deal, that kind of college, because everybody wants to go get on the ship and work and have a chance to be a captain, you know. And my brother had to stop because the new woman that my father living with him no jeepney fare or something to eat, money for something to eat in the canteen, and tuition fee. They all have a family now, and you know, he didn't make it here to America. So for us in our culture in the Philippines, you know, we always help out the family, you know, always send money or help or whatever. I don't know, that's the way it is. So I'm the same way, sending packages. And for me to help him financially, I had to put in a lot of overtime in the furniture factory, guys, you know. And then with enough money, I bought him tricycle. You know, tricycle over there, guys, is the motorcycle. It has a sidecar on it, and then, you know, they can use that as like a taxi cab, kinda, sort of, in around town. You know, so that's extra money that he can make, you know. And that was a lot of money, guys, believe me. Back then, in 1995, 96, around that time, that kind brand new tricycle is like 87,000 peso. Okay, so I don't know, I can't remember exact the amount of the dollar in that, because now I don't know what's the rate at that time. I think it's $1 to 20 peso times 20 peso. Huh, guys, that's a lot of money. I was only making $5.75 in the factory. Okay, so I figured he can use that as his because he didn't want to work in the construction. He said it's too hot, blah blah blah. He don't, you know, and the struggle to catch the bus to go to work, to construction, is so much money too for the bus fare, and you know, and he only make little. So okay, he requested to have a tricycle, right? So I bought it, and then that was not enough. He wants me to buy him a fishing business in Cavite, in Binakayan, Cavite. You know, a lot of bamboos. You're gonna buy a lot of bamboos. You're gonna buy a motor with the engine, 16 horsepower, I think it was, and a little mini boat, a banca boat. You know, sort of bigger than canoe, really. You know, in a net that they installed out there in the ocean so it can catch fish. You know, so it was really a good business at that time, guys. So that was a lot of money. That was like 30,000 peso also. Guys, again, at that time, I just worked in the factory and raising 2 kids. And we, you know, me and my ex-husband at that time had a house and cars. So we had all kinds of payments, and, you know, just try to provide with our own family here too, you know, plus taking care of the Philippines. It's just overwhelmed sometimes, you know, but I want them to be happy, even though in here in America, paycheck to paycheck, and yet still trying to provide that many thousands of dollars over there across the ocean. And my ex-husband was always mad, like, you I send money over there, blah, blah, blah. It's really hard for him to understand that we work so hard and then, try to save some money and then just to go to cross the ocean. But I keep telling him I need to help my brother. You know, you been to the Philippines and you know that there's no job hardly there, and now he's doing this fishing business. He's driving this tricycle, so it should be easier for him and his family at that time, because he's got 1-2-year-old little girl. Make the long story short, and then one baby girl on the way, because she was pregnant at that time too, the wife. And on top of that, guys, to make the long story short, I went on vacation, okay, for the first time from 1989, okay, and to 1998 was the year that I went on vacation. You know why? It takes a lot of money for the plane ticket to go home. Thousand. Well, at that time it was like 700, guys, 700 to 800 round trip, and that was a lot of money back then in 1998. If I didn't work a lot of overtime, there was no way I'd be able to save that money, plus send money for all his business that he wants to do. Okay, scraping myself here and my family financially just to help out my brother in the Philippines, guys. That's the truth, okay? I'm not bragging that I'm a good sister, okay? It's just the way I felt that I needed to help him, because I felt so sorry for him, guys. So sorry, because like I said, we were abandoned, and my parents screwed up, and so I want him, and he was unloved, so I want him to feel the love from me, that I am his big sister and willing to make his life a lot better, because he never received any penny from my own mother here in America, from our biological mother here in America, okay? So that was my goal, to make his life better too, because I knew that I'm a U.S. citizen here in America, and I can find and make better money here than what he can do in the Philippines. Okay, guys, I hope you guys understand me, where am I coming from too. A lot of people in the Philippines who work in abroad, in Hong Kong, everywhere, guys, even who made it here in America, that's what we do. And it's a sad thing, because a lot of them over there in the Philippines, they take us for granted. They think that we just pooping all kinds of dollars here for them to receive it over there, and for them to live like a dang one-day millionaire. That's the truth, okay? I'm not the only one who experienced that. A lot of us experienced that here. Auction, right? I didn't bring my children with me, because you know why? There was, like I said, no plane ticket for all of them, for two of them, So they stayed, and my ex-husband, a month here without me. And you know what I did before I left for the Philippines? My co-worker, because I was so worried for the first time I left my children that long in my life. Okay, so I was telling my co-worker at that time that I'm so worried about my children, because they're just gonna be with my ex-husband, and when they get off from school, my ex-husband should be home. And we told my 12-year-old oldest daughter at that time that she just don't need to open the door until her dad, we kind of got them ready of what it's like without mommy with them. Yeah, and then I bought, and my coworker, it just so happened that my coworker had a dog that who just had a puppy. It was a Cocker Spaniel puppy, and she gave me one. So I gave that to my children as a gift before I leave to take care of that puppy, guys. You know, started traffic ahead now, guys. So I'm paying attention on what's going on. We're getting to stop. Anyway, guys, so short, I made it to the Philippines, right? Oh my gosh, guys. I live in 89, the Binakayan, the town itself, the little village, squatter area, as you call it there. It was worse than when I left back in 89. Because the government goes in and out, high tide and down and low tide, and underneath our house, they made into a road construction, guys. Instead of building a bridge, they blast a lot of sand and made it into a road. And there was no way for the ocean to come in back and forth. And little bit ocean coming in from the road, from under the road little bit. Oh, it can't go out hardly anymore when it's a low tide or high tide. And all the fishing business there, it was gone. Okay, oh, no more, because they can go to Bataan to get some fish, and it's so far away for the local fishermen to go all the way over there because of their gas for their motor on their boat. It's not gonna make it. They would spend more gas on their boat than making money in the market if they catch fish, because their boat is a small boat. It's not a big boat like a fishing boat. So right there, the whole town was like go down right now. It suffered tremendously poverty there because of that. Okay, that's the update on that one. I had to insert that one. Okay, let's talk about when I got there to the Philippines. Okay, I'm the observant person, guys. I spend this much money on my brother, and I wanna see him getting in good life. Well, I noticed the wife that hired a person that who can wash clothes for them. Wow, $600. Yeah, she paid 600 peso a month for the lady to come in and wash their clothes. What the hell? That really upset me, because why can't she wash their own clothes? She's not even working. Why she have to hire somebody to wash clothes? When I was living in the Philippines, I was a maid. Growing up there or during my teenager time, I never experienced somebody's helping me financially, and then I do that hire somebody just to be my maid. Wow, she had the guts to show that to me, and I went over to their lifestyle. Well, to them, it wasn't my business. The way they were looking at each other, and the woman, his wife, like pouting because I say something. I try to correct how they gonna do their financial. Oh my God. Anyway, that made me happy at all, because I was thinking, my gosh, I wake up early in the morning in America and go to work, and my kids get ready, go to school. I get my children ready to go to school, and I come home, I do everything in the house, laundry, and yeah, we do laundry here in the washing machine. They do there by hands, but still, the difference, me and her, I was working and she was not working. So, so washing machine to me is a big help here. All day she just lay around and play cards, with money, don't eat. Yeah. So I was like, oh my gosh. I said, I made a mistake. I feel like I made a mistake. But I just overlook all that, guys, because I want to help him out. Because I'm just happy that he settled down too and have kids on his own and a family to love on his own. Oh, so I was there a month. I was miserable. The attitude, I didn't like it. I didn't like his wife. To make the long story, that she married my brother who's got money. She don't realize that my brother, sister, it was me trying to give him all that money so he can be better. Anyway, guys, was over. To make the long story short, my vacation was over. I came back to America and worked my ass off again. And guess what? Maybe after 3 months, I came back from Philippines. He called collect call. I received a collect call from him and saying that, ate, my wife and my mother-in-law got into an argument and we sold the house. Place that we were staying, and guys, they were staying extended flooring from besides her mother-in-law. Really, that was the only room that they got. And so when they got married, his mother-in-law sort of giving the room so they can stay there, but it was gift to them, I guess, and they sold that and they were leaving, and sold that. Now we were living here with my wife Anne for a while. I said, what do you want me to do? Well, I want a house. We found a house, row house, kind of like duplexes, and the picture that they sent me, like a townhouse, kinda a small version of the townhouse, and for a small down payment, and you can make a down payment. He asked me, you can make a down payment, and I can make the monthly payment, the money that I'm gonna make from the tricycle and from the fishing business. So, oh my gosh, guys, I put down another 48,000 peso at that time. Okay, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how much is that in dollar. I need to figure out. 48,000 peso at that time. So they can move into the house. See? It's quarter area. It was in the mini subdivision kinda in the Cavite, So I was so happy to give them some money again. Like I said, I work overtime, me and my ex-husband. I was, at that time, we were really, really work hard. He worked nights, I worked days. Oh my gosh, guys. I tell you what, that's how much I really want to help him financially, guys. It doesn't matter if we were living paycheck to paycheck here in America, as long as I can give him what he wants, to make it easy for him. You see? And so they moved into the house. And guess what happened? To make the long story short, everything is fine and dandy, I thought. But her mom called me, collect calls to me too. My brother wife mother called me, a collect call to me, made a collect call to me, and told me that, Patring, don't believe on what your brother and my daughter lies, because your sister-in-law, I tried to tell her something that she need to save money, blah blah blah, because you're pregnant, you got baby coming on your way, the second baby. You guys need to save money. And you know what she did? She hired a maid instead of saving money. And we started arguing, and that was, of our argument. So they move out of here. So I know that I know so you know what happened. But I just try to stay calm. I wrote her a letter and told her that why are you hiring a maid? You know, your husband, which is my brother, is trying to make ends meet over the, fishing business and the tricycle business that I provided. You should not waste money for hiring a maid, to do household work for you, to do washing clothes for you, to be your nanny. And you know why she hired a maid like that? Because she wants to play card. She would go to ride a tricycle to the squatter area still and play Tong Eats card. And guess what happened? When she played with her cousins and some of the guys or women, sometimes like that. And guess what will happen? Well, she ended up having an affair with her own cousin during the Tong Eats game session they had. That's nasty. She was nasty. And so my brother with her cousin to the province and left the children and my brother. And you know what my brother did? He sold the house. He sold everything. Yeah. He sold everything without asking me, without notifying me that, hey, I'm gonna sell everything that you provided to me. And he left children to his mother-in-laws and father-in-laws, and he went out and get drunk all the time and go to the beer house, to the bar, and spend money on women in the beer house, to the bar, in the bar. See? That's what he did. I was mad. They destroyed everything of what I worked so hard for here in America because of their bullshit. I was not a happy sister at all at that time. Okay, guys? Okay, there's more about this story, guys. And please comment down below what's your opinion on my Lola's storytelling. On your, this is true to life experience, guys. Okay, from my own brother. Okay, guys, I love you so much for tuning in and always listening. And have a good evening, guys. Bye bye. See you in my next story.